Hey everyone, welcome to Module 5, the completion report. Here's a brief video explaining how to do the assignment. First, let's look at the due dates, and we're back to the 2-week module format. So the first draft is due November 3rd, and then the final draft is due November 10th. But the good news is you've got a lot of the completion report already completed, and it's really a sort of compilation of things that we've been working on all semester. So the assignment guidelines detail exactly what we're doing for this, but basically we started out this semester by asking a research question, and then we chose an application or a specific Web 2.0 tool that addressed that research question. So whatever your application is, Evernote, um, Google Drive, Skype, whatever it is that you were looking at, that is ideally the sort of solution to the problem that we were asking in the research question. So the completion report steps back and takes a look at everything that we've been doing and then sort of makes a recommendation. So take, for example, we started by asking, our students who are better organized better students? Do they perform academically better than less organized students? That could have been the research question. Let's say that you used Evernote this semester or Wunderlist or something like that. That's sort of like a need that college students have. They need to be better organized. And then you can now sort of recommend this application. So Evernote can help you better organize yourself. Or if you're having trouble citing research properly, you can use things like these programs here. So it just depends on whatever you were talking about all semester. Here's the breakdown, the outline for what this report contains. But honestly, the best thing that you can do is look in the textbook starting on page 532. It's called a recommendation report, and you're essentially mimicking this in terms of its format. So in terms of the abstract and title page and page numbering and formatting, it's not really APA format. It's sort of just follow the format that they're using in the text. So these pages will be really significant for you. You've got your rubric here on the final page, but let's look at the student examples. So the first page that we see here is the memo. And again, yours is going to be pretty similar to this, but in terms of the format, just make sure that you're sort of mimicking this format. Then you get into the actual report with the title page and you write the abstract. I would recommend writing the abstract last because that really is sort of a summation of your report. So that should kind of just be the final thing that you do. Then you've got a table of contents and so on. So if you look through the pages in the Markle textbook, page 532, it gives an example. And then this one here, the student example, is from a previous semester, so it's a little more relevant to what you're doing, but it does have a few errors in it in terms of the formatting. So look at the student example for content, for how they discuss their application. They were looking at Mendeley. But in terms of the format, make sure that you're sticking to the format used in the Markle textbook. So a lot of this stuff is kind of repetitive, so you've already talked about this in previous projects. But one thing I did want to point out is that this recommendation report or completion report has to contain a figure, and your figure can be a number of different things. I think the most common thing that people will use is just like a screenshot from their actual program. So take a screenshot of it and then put it in your report. The only reason that we do this is to sort of make sure that we know how to insert an image into the document and then give it a caption. This one actually, this caption is incorrect. This should actually read figure, the whole word, figure one, and figure one should be italicized. So I'll try and make a note of that in here. But in the end, at the end of the report, you're actually going to conclude by including the appendices. Appendix A is going to be the set of instructions, and Appendix B is going to be the actual job aid. So don't be threatened by like the page numbering of this, because I think in total this one is 19 pages, but um, way over half of this is already previously done and just kind of pieced together. So don't freak out about that. But let me know if you do have any questions with this. But yeah, just make sure that you're following the textbook example, page 532, and look at the student example and make sure that you're on track. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them.